Hey folks, okay, well, how long was that? How long was that? When did I leave? It's a 2-hour drive, isn't it? Plus another 30 minutes, 3 hours? It's got to be less than 3 hours, isn't it? Or somewhere around about that. No stopping for anything on the way back. No coffee stops, no nothing. Just got home, put another layer on here in the fear that it would be bleeding diabolical in terms of the wind and the cold, but down here it's a lot warmer than it was up there. So I'm boiling hot now. Anyway, listen, it is what it is, and what happened up at Mildenhall in terms of us not getting anything really. I mean, we've got that KC-135, we've got that C-130, and a couple of other little bits and bobs, which I think what I might do, because I spent the best part of 4 hours putting that promo together for today's show yesterday. So probably more than that actually. So I think we're going to cut that out and put it up as a separate standalone edit. I think that's probably worth it. We'll do that, Gilly, possibly tomorrow or whenever. So we're at the Hyatt Place, folks. Don't forget, right underneath here, you can get yourself some fantastic views from the rooms that we offer, or the Hyatt Place offer, to our members when they book up here. Remember, Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, if you want to book the Blue Sky Suite as well, to be able to go in there, which is a great opportunity, I have to say, for anybody who comes and visits us here at the Hyatt Place. Okay, so we've got a few cruisers. We've got landings on 09 left. We've got departures going out at 09 right. We can get the departures. We're hoping, well, not hoping. Is it? Am I getting lower and lower? No, it's fine. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's been a pleasure. No. So we've got arrivals on this runway. The gusts, the winds are pretty strong, I have to say, and as a result of that we might see a little bit of that. Unlikely, because it's a direct easterly, so it's heading straight down the runway at them, so it makes it a lot easier. But let's face it, when you've got strong headwind, it potentially, I would have said, would be, and pilots, please let me know about this, is it not a little bit more difficult to manipulate in terms of getting it on the ground, because sometimes you might get an upsweep of wind. So we'll see what happens anyway. And of course, we have an A346 private charter, which is we're hearing is going to be here for around about an hour. We've only got the reg, folks, but there's no point in giving it to you because it's not coming up on radar. What was the reg, Gilly, so that people can maybe do a little Google search and see its movements and all that? We believe that it might be going into Stansted and then to here. But Gilly, give me that reg if you could, please. Hotel Zulu dash Sierra Kilo Yankee. So Hotel Zulu Sierra Kilo Yankee is your registration that you wanna follow. Okay, so let's get straight to it. Next in line, I believe, is a Delta A330. So let's get some of that. Got cruisers over the top, folks, and we should be able to get the touchdown points here. So she's a little ways out. Let's just have a little look over at T5 and see anything that's going. It's quite hazy, isn't it? Wow, are you seeing that? Let me just have a look and see. Okay, here we go. Okay, straight in there with a new member, Chicago Fleet. Sounds quite interesting. Chicago Fleet, like that. Does that perhaps? Hello, what's that? Blimey, thought it was a go. Yeah. So anyway, hold on. Let me straighten this out before this A330 touches down. Let me straighten the head. Stand by, folks. Got a bubble on the head, which basically levels everything out for me. So here we go. There she is. Okay, here we go. So you might see a little bit of movement, I don't know. I'm still waiting for everything okay on audio, Jilly. Just keep an eye on that audio line, please. Audio line. Of course, talk is of the... Oh, I just saw that. I just saw it on the ground. Oh, that's a shame. Shame we missed that. But there you go. For Austrian A320 Neo, first aircraft in their Neo fleet. Due out soon, apparently. Okay, well, we'll see. Arrived 30 minutes ago. Indeed it did. Wow, that's going to be a very quick turn. See that headwind. They're turning off real quick. That 346 hopefully is coming in on this runway, and I can't imagine she will be heavy at all. Certainly no heavier than that international flight with Delta. I wouldn't have thought. I mean, okay, she's got 4 engines, and but I'd imagine in terms of fuel, well, I don't know where she's going. It sounds like she's just dropping some people off by the sounds of it. But I don't really. Oh, really? Interesting. So this is obviously a charter for personnel, isn't it? It must be. Don't forget that the folks who took on the Virgin 346s, those aircraft were originally detailed to be private charters, but at the moment they're still doing the Praetor flights, because they haven't modified those 346s. You know, put a big door in them. I don't think, is there a capability? What would happen if you went to what would happen if you went to a conversion company? I'd imagine there's a possibility of converting a 346, unless it may be a design issue in terms of the structural feasibility study, and whether or not it would be strong enough. But it would just mean over-strengthening the area around the door, especially, well, all around the whole. They basically chopped the whole aircraft in half. This is nice. LATAM. Bosh! Go on! Right on the touchdown point, that building roof. I think I might move about 10 feet to the left. Look how little runway they're using. I'm going to catch this 380 climbing out. Where's he bound for, GP, this 380? He'll go up quite quick. They probably will be going up quite quick, I'd imagine, just based on the... there we go. San Fran. So a big turn right, big bank right coming up now. If you're looking out on that wing, it's such an impressive... Or am I completely wrong? Is he going to go left and over the top? No, here we go. Here's the right turn now. Some people might say my life is in a rut. Sorry. It was on the radio. Sorry. It's all a mystery. Just routine treatment. Okay, there we go. Lovely turn. Nikki Hurl. Jan's Views. Nice banking shot. BK Pam. Howard Scott. Would have thought the A346 fuselage is essentially the same as the A330. Well, yes, just longer. Yes, most definitely. Just a longer fuselage. Typical, isn't it? That I come up here and the winds have completely dropped. Socks. The sock's pretty sideways, though, isn't it? Yeah. As in lengthways, of course. Is that picture coming out all right, GP? Is it clean? Is it crisp? Emma Tozer, welcome back, Emma, with her star. Scania Man, that hit harder than a hammer. Obviously talking about the 777, got a 380 to my right, folks, don't worry, you won't miss it. Danny Cloudmans, Jerry, mate, what was the registration again? Maybe put it in the live stream name. Oh, Jilly, can you pin it to the, can you pin the registration? No, let's just do it so that people can at least Google it. Maybe people might want to Google it, see what, you know, the history of the aircraft and all that malarkey. God bless you, blame you, really. Right, going to pin that reg right now, folks. Yeah, Hotel Zulu, Sierra. Okay. Right, come on, son. Put it down before that. Boom! Ha ha ha! Yeah! Thanks, man. Even a big 380 is going to only use. Oh, so oh, okay. So that's quite interesting. Yeah. Hodgie now saying that apparently. Oh, Roger Slater. Sorry, Roger is saying that apparently, because I was just told that the 320 Neo from was it Sky? Oh. What, hold on a minute, I'm talking about, yeah. So he's saying the 346 is not coming in, no? Yeah. Sky Prime, right, okay, yeah. Okay, so, oh, right, okay. So the story is, folks, that Sky, what was it, Sky what? Sky Prime have two particular aircraft that are on the books today, apparently. An A346, this is a private charter company. And that's who you may want to look up as well, folks. Sky Prime private charter, and just see if you can find the information on them. And they've also got a 320, but it's not a Neo. It's not a Neo, no. No. Okay. It's a standard 200. Oh, I tell you what. Look at that. 350. See, now we were talking about the... See, from some angles, people may be slightly confused about the a particular aircraft, but looking at that profile of that jet, just look at the wingtip, and you'll see that it's swept back and it's raked, giving it that Dreamliner look, and then of course the APU as well. Down at the other end, I believe, is that her? I don't know from looking at the... I think it might be, but that may be just me being optimistic. About to be buzzed by a 380, which isn't a problem. WestJet, Calgary bound. See how early they're going out. I mean, blimey, that's a Dreamliner, for crying out loud. Look how early that's gone up. That'll make a turn. Watch this wing profile. May go left, may go left. Something's happening here today. Nice, nice. Okay. So, don't forget, folks. Don't forget where we are. Have a look. Look them up. Hyatt Place. If you're thinking of coming and staying at London Heathrow. Oh, is it? Is it now? Is it? Are they still operating these with Finnair? With BA? Oh, it is actually a Finnair operation. There's another BA 380 on his way out. Look, see how quickly this one goes up. Miami bound. Up she goes. Glorious. Beautiful sight. Look at how big that wing is, folks. .330. Quickly read out some returning members. Spoon Meat, good day to you, my friend. I hope you're well. Austrian Kangaroo, good day to you. Obviously an Austrian living in Oz, I'd imagine, or the other way around. Orodreth AU, welcome to Premium. Okay, is that two Aussies on the bounce? AU is Australia, isn't it? Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Okay. I thought. Oh, did it say Austrian? Sorry. Yeah, but no. He might be. Well, he might be an. I don't know. Oh, okay. I'll get me coat. Oh, easy, son. Oh, oi! There we go. She's down. Bit of a lurch. Oh, okay. Sorry to all our Austrian friends there who I suggested. So 2 Austrian people have joined in the space of 2 people joining, if you know what I mean. So, right, you know what I'm going to do very quickly. I think I'm going to move. Trapdoor reversers, James the drummer, indeed, or clamshell as they are also known. A number of different. But yes, that is the. I think that is the official term, the open door reversers. Orodreth, Australian. Orodreth is Australian. .au, I'm sure is .au is Australia, isn't it? When you're on a .com. Well, with a website. .au is Australia, isn't it? So Orodreth is Australian. So I did get it right. Trapdoor reversers. Okay. Yeah. I've never heard it called trapdoor reversers before, but I quite like that. I've always called them clamshells because they are in that shape of a clam. But we all have our ways, don't we? We all have our little ways of doing stuff. K-Drive. Needing a... Okay, let's... shall we do this? And... it's right on my touchdown point. Is this Kuwait? Is Kuwait triple? Yeah. Come on, big lad. Get those big feet on the floor. Nice. This is the Coldstream reverser system. And I think that is known as the Coldstream because it doesn't use the heat from the engine, the core, to slow it down. It uses bypassed air through the front of the nacelle and uses the main fan blades for revoices. Oh, nice bit of a lovely little bit of plumage on that 350 there. Prince Charming, ridicule is nothing to be scared of. He's a dandy, isn't he? You know, the pre-dandy was called the macaroni. Not a lot of people know that. No. Before the dandy in history, you know, the dandy dresser, you know, from, you know, Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen style, man. There's an era in history where the dandy man was a very dapper dressed. I think it actually originated in France. But all I'm saying is that prior to the dandy was an even more over the top dressed gentlemen. And then they were the macaroni era. Look it up. Look up macaroni. Macaroni era man. Just, I think that's what it. No. It's not. I'm telling you, it's French. Okay, well, whatever. No, it's because the way they wore their hair. I think it was look like a macaroni in it. Wow, these are massively, very. No, there was the dandy man was during that era. Just look it up, man. Just Google it. What era was the dandy man in? And then before that, you can put what era was the macaroni man at. You just look. It's just simple, isn't it? It's Google, isn't it? From the Regency era. There we go. Thank you. Yes. And that is what I think the 350 is. Thank you, Chance Views. Alistair McClellan. Dandy Highwayman. That's the A350 Merry Widow. I wonder what comes up. James the drummer, Crocodile Dandy, Mountain State Matt, Sandy Humby, James the drummer, Balfouri Town. Now really showing you. Philip Jones. Philip Jones loves the A350. I think we all do, don't we? I don't think there's anybody out there who's like, I don't like it, I think it's quite ugly or anything crazy like that. I don't think any aeroplane's ugly myself, folks. I think they're all beautiful in their own way. Paul Skilling, ANA Star Wars was in yesterday. Yeah, it was in when I was going to... Blimey, where did I go the other day? Toulouse, that was it, yeah. Look at it. Now these Neos can be a little bit temperamental from what we've seen here on the show in terms of windy arrivals, because those big engines kind of catch them out a little bit. But this is a direct headwind straight down the runway, so these guys shouldn't be having any problem. It's just the easy. I'm going to go back to that that 787. See how straight that wing is right now, folks. Look how straight that wing is. Fix that in your mind as to just how straight that wing is. And then when we see her in flight, you'll see exactly what we're talking about in terms of the wing flex, the Boeing 787 wing flex. Was there a spaghetti era, Stevie B? EDC Metal Man, JAL 777-300 ER inbound, got him, Metal Man. He is right behind this next Neo that's just about to touch down. Okay, Claire Jones, you're all right, Jerry, about macaroni. It was the mid-late 18th century dress for men, popular with those who came back from their grand tours of Europe. There's some very, what, macaroni? Texas taco nose job on them on the yeah. That's the obvious unfortunate part of having an aircraft that's painted anything other than white. It's that all the radomes, the replacement radomes, come in white. So it will look like she's had a glass and a half full of fresh double cream milk before she's gone out. Got it all on her lips, on her nose. Here we go. Japan Airlines 777. These guys are obviously, with flying into Narita and the like, very used to any type of crosswinds. something that we're going to be hopefully documenting early part of next year. Trouble is, when we go is a time when we're expecting storms over here, so we've got to pitch it just right. Nice. Very smooth, sir or madam. Idle reverser. Yes. Okay, don't forget, man. Don't forget. Okay, we've got I can't totally identify that, but I'm going to say that's an Iberia A350 up there cruising. I saw the red oh no, hold on, no it's not, it's Turkish, isn't it? Is that Turkish? Dreamliner? Oh, triple, right, okay. Got a Boeing 747 headed in this direction, folks. 6 o'clock tonight, we have a Korean 747. However, be prepared because it's a freighter, so there's a good chance she'll come in on the other runway. But we'll get it from here anyway. Jan's Views, Mountain State Matt, James Doink, Richard Mortara. Nice to see so many Japan flights flying over the pole instead of across Siberia for obvious reason, but like the old days when flights went via Anchorage. It was triple, yeah? That's what you said, yeah. I called it a 7-8, but yeah, you told me it was triple. The big room. Sam is a new member. Welcome, Sam. Welcome to Big Jet TV, folks. If you're a new member, please don't hesitate on coming in and asking questions. Ask me questions, ask the audience questions, or state stuff that you know. I like factoids. You want to talk, jet engineering. We've got a lot of people on here who know their engineering. We've got pilots on here, so ask questions. James Drummer, brakes plus reversers, probably not a good combination. I believe they have to wait until like 80 knots for the brake. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, James. As far as I'm concerned, when I touched down in the Dreamliner, I was told get on the brakes. I mean, you're not standing on the brakes. You're not literally standing on them. You're just applying the brakes. And I think also bear in mind that a lot of these aircraft nowadays, these modern aircraft, have auto brakes. So the system will kick in automatically and actually have what is known as brake to vacate as well. So the brakes will know the runway. And they'll know it calculates everything. Very intelligent system on board these aircraft now with Airbus and Boeing to be able to brake to vacate. So if they want a specific turn-off point, they can, I think, as far as I'm aware, they can program that into the system and it will brake to that particular point. So you can do it manually, of course, depends on, but when I was flying in the 787 sim with Zane Dunning and crew, as soon as we touched down, he said, right, okay, on the brakes. Actually, you know what? I think he had auto brake on, and I think I was just using the rudder to steer the aircraft, because down to 80 knots is when the rudder disengages, I believe, or is it 60 knots? The rudder disengages and the foot steering comes in, and also the capability of the tiller as well. I think the tiller is movable below 60 knots, is it? I think. Or the tiller is active, should I say, below 60 knots. Again, it's down to pilot preference, isn't it? Individual preference as to whether they use the tiller. At the moment, he could be using his feet to steer that aircraft, or he could be using the tiller. It's literally down to personal preference, as far as I can see, or what I've learned from pilots that I've talked to. Well, wasn't it due in at 250 something anyway, Gilly? So it's obviously not. So it looks like our 346. Yeah, we're going to unpin it. No. Shame it's not happening, but look at the diddle tarom, look. Hello, mate. Still hasn't grown up, has he? Still a babby plane. Yeah. Craig Walton, welcome back, Craig. Great to see you. A lot of members returning. Lovely to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping well as well. I hope everybody's staying positive as you possibly can under the circumstances. Especially our friends here in the UK. They're facing some real difficulties at the moment, and for times to come as well. I think our friends in Europe possibly a little less hard hit, but the energy crisis is definitely something that needs to be taken seriously, and something that will play out over time. Personally, I think it's a race to the finish line between yeah, well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but sending positive vibes to everybody out there. Cogalux 747, Chile. Oh, right, okay, I just saw that. James the drummer, technology on the 787 and many others is just extraordinary. You're absolutely right, it is, and from Dreamliner pilots that I've spoken to, literally that thing is just point and shoot. It will do everything you want it to do. Electric start on the engines, electric braking system, auto braking system, and also a very, very intelligent flight management system as well. It's like literally flying a computer. You know, it will use to preserve the lifetime of the engine. It will use as much runway as little power as is humanly possible, and will just get you off the ground and get you in the air at exactly the right speed. Oh, K-Drive has gifted 5 memberships. That's very kind of you. Toby Futt, tip 15 tuning in from Australia, good day to you. Debbie Speller, Taram, hopes to grow up into a 380. Stevie B, crazy thing is that you can type rate from a 318 up to a 380, believe it or not. And in fact, I believe straight out of the flight deck as well, straight out of the sim, sorry, onto the flight deck. The biggest thing, obviously, is the biggest change, really, in terms of flying it. Apparently, it's very much the same. But in terms of taxiing it is the major thing, and operating it, because it's so long, obviously a lot longer than a 318. Blimey, Dylan, don't you want to do some time on the Max first? Jumping straight on the 787? I don't know. Yeah, I guess if you're given the opportunity, sounds fantastic. Oh yeah, he's with TUI now, and he's not with Jet2 anymore. Is that right? Is he with TUI now? I lose. Okay. Oh well, okay. Dear. Oh, which plane do you think? Okay, okay. Which plane do I think is the smoothest? Oh, blimey, it's down to the bleeding pilot, isn't it? It's down to the pilot, it's nothing down to the aeroplane. They're all much the same, really. And there she is, folks. Cruising happily. Corrigal Lux. Off to Schiphol, yeah? Yeah, I love that, man. From Miami. Blimey, fair play. Dylan's a real success story, isn't he? I mean, how long has your whole process of becoming a pilot taken, Dylan? Because you've done a hell of a lot, mate. You're a hard worker. You're a right old grafter. So I just want to sort of like let others know. We have got a new member, Tyler. Welcome, Tyler. He's a new member. Andy Kenny, welcome back to Big Jet TV. First class right there. Turn left, sir. Love that shot, Tom81. Lots of people saying welcome to Tyler. Umzi78, love a 747. We all do, folks, we all do. That's why I will endure a very lengthy travel itinerary to bring you 747s from Anchorage. Maybe Lisbon, Rusty T. What? Maybe Lisbon what?
goodies going on.
Silly games. Big Al Pam. Chicago Fleet, got to go. Thanks for the show, Chicago Fleet. Thank you. Look after yourself. I'm not sure if you're from Chicago. I don't think that's a British Rail sign, Gilly. I think I've seen that before in America somewhere. JF Bryson, look forward to a flight again now because of this channel, as opposed to getting stressed about it. JF Bryson, that is great to hear. We're all there with you when you fly, my friend. Make sure that you let us know in advance, and we can all give you the backing that you so deserve. But honestly, I wouldn't be worried about a thing. Look, whee! He's up in the air, look, with his big tail. Get that door up, son. There we go. Looks even crazier in the air, doesn't it? Such a digital plane. Qantas 380 will be going out tonight, folks, around about 10 p.m. Okay, so we've definitely got that Cargo Lux 747. Yeah, this isn't one of those Frankfurt things, Gilly, is it? With 5 kids, he needs to be, Jerry. What's that? Big tail in the roofing. Chicago is off. Take care, all the best. Jays Ward, what track was that Cargo Lux on? I'm trying to find it. Nigel Armstrong, west to east, on a track for right over London Heathrow now. You should be able to quite easily see it. It should be the only 747 in the skies over London Heathrow, or over London for that matter, or for bleeding England. So oh, okay, so blimey, only been a pilot for 3 years then. He wanted to be a captain before he was. So did you start in? You started when you were 27. Oh, he is 27. Oh right, okay. No, I'm sorry. I apologise. I thought he was 30. And okay, wow. So he's become a captain 3 years before his target. Here comes the Prince Charming. Wow. So when did you qualify to fly on commercial airliners then, Dylan? Look at that, so smooth and flat to the floor. Those that undercarriage. Look how D-rated this thing is, man. Blimey, O'Reilly. There's no reverse action there. It is literally just the doors are there, open. Maybe a little bit of very D-rated, but that's 99% on the brakes really, and of course the ground spoilers, those big beautiful carbon spoilers on that wing. Incredible piece of technology, the wing alone, as well of course the engines and the braking systems, the undercarriage. I believe that Airbus are looking into the idea of electrically powered dimming systems on their aircraft for the future. The future. I have no doubt that I think they are. I think they're more. Oh, okay. I think they have more. Trapdoor reverses. Wow, couldn't have. Wow. So he has laid on the reverses there. There's the trapdoors or clamshells or whatever you want to call them. Still running just so that he can get that exit. I wonder if it's a combined effort with the auto reversers and the braking system. Looks like he's run on a little bit there. Okay, no, here we go. Next exit. Next exit. Turn right, Clyde. Oh, isn't that lovely? Yeah. Yeah, that's really nice, man. Isn't that a wonderful thing to see and hear, you know, that people who are... So we need to say a big thank you to all those people who do gift membership, because we are finding that a lot of the folks who are gifted membership are continuing their membership after it has expired. So it's just a wonderful thing to see, and it just means that it's obviously opening up people to aviation in a really cool way. They brought the 321 in again, haven't they? Royal Jardinian. In fact, I thought it was Jimmy Nail who was our cabin flight, running the cabin the other day on my flight from Toulouse. Way hey everybody, and welcome on board British Airways. Yeah. Oh right. Yeah. Brown corduroys, yeah. Yeah, I think that might be for the elder generation, Jelly, not for the younger generation. Yeah. Corduroys. Apologies to all corduroy wearing gentlemen today, and ladies. You never know. You never know. I think ladies' fashion maybe corduroys. Hey, you know, we might start something here. Sorry folks, just tying this off at the moment. Stop the straps from slapping the sticks. Stop slapping the sticks! Oh! So where's our Austrian kangaroo telling us that the Austrian... Oh, hold on a minute, this could make a bit of a racket. Sorry folks, missed that one. Yeah, good old Aero Mexico. Oh, okay. So we're going to get a first look, folks, at this Austrian 320 Neo. Lucky people travelling on her will be getting a... their nasal cavities will be freshly filled with new car smell. Sorry about that. And the mic's still good. Shouldn't have said anything, should I? Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that wing, man. Look how pointy it is. I think a lot of the okay, so now you can see this guy. You see the he's just going into the gate now. Boeing 787, it says there. Forward, 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 forward. Now he's getting the heads up now. This is the equivalent of a guy standing there, or girl standing there with the sticks. It'll get shorter and shorter, and then it'll just come up. Stop! Hold it right there, Shimshin. That's perfectly aligned, therefore, with the walkway, the walk bridge. Whichever way you want to describe it. Right, looking out for the Austrian 320neo, folks. Brand spanking new. This is the first time. Mark Duffy, welcome back to first class. J-Mank 72, loving the reverse action. Always in a brown colour. Okay, okay. My boss wears multicolored cords. Multicolored cords. Interesting. Solaris flying into Juarez on Aeromexico. Pretty sure they used the reversers before they touched down. Short runway, great fun. Max 8 was a bit pants though. Was ex-Russian, I think. Wow. Interesting. Sandy Humby, United off to Denver, Colorado. That one we just got there. Dylan McTurk became a pilot in late 2015. Wow, that's fantastic. EDC Metal Man, currently 3:30 a.m. in New Zealand on Thursday morning, early Thursday morning. Good morning to you, EDC Metal Man, and good morning to anybody watching from wherever you are in the world. And I've got a 90th birthday to shout out to somebody very special in a moment. I think it's let me just confirm this with Jilly. AMS was Middelsap, and was Middlesap, I think that is. AMS was Middlesap. That may have been the who is it, Jilly? Who's 90? There it is, there it is. Oh, flipping heck. Oh, I'm not going to get another shot of it, man. No, man. I'm going to get a little... Hold on a minute, hold on. Oh. There she is, there she is, there she is. I mean, it's the same livery as we're used to seeing. Glimpses. Say about that. Hey, oh, Alitalia. Yeah, there's some fire. She comes now. It's nothing massively exciting. But, makes it even more worth the while, doesn't it? When you can only see bits and bobs of it. Jilly, who was it? It was 90, Jilly? Come on, come on. It's Brenda. It's definitely Brenda. Brenda is a member here on Big Jet TV. She was 90 years old, I think. Was it yesterday or whenever it was? A very happy 90th to you, Brenda. One of our esteemed members here on Big Jet TV, and we of course have young and old. It is a wonderful, wonderful community of lovely people, I have to say. We are so lucky. Smooth as. Now, we could very likely see some wingtip vortex here from these blades. What will be interesting will be to see whether, and I'd imagine, I can't see any reason why it won't, but be interesting to see if we get wingtip vortex from the 339. There's the vortex coming off. See the right hand wing there, look at that. Yeah, usually it's in unison, but yeah, it's quite moist up there. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. Look at that, folks. These aircraft at these angles just look so much like they're just happy to fly, stretching those arms back and flying. Isn't it beautiful, man? It's quite a very big rake on that wing, you know, in terms of its sweep. Oh, funky shot, funky shot, funky shot. Nice! That's one in the hold, isn't it? Or one approaching from south flag. Wow, how cool was that? All the hustle and bustle around that 777. David James is a new member. Very warm welcome, David. Rockstar Paul 69, the National 747 is going to skirt Stansted, but we have another 747 that's coming from Shannon heading in your direction, Jerry. It's just over Pembrey now. Okay, so we've got another 747 over the top. Rockstar Paul 69, thank you, Chili. Can you find that one and track it and keep me updated? Thank you. Paul Hodgson. Looks like, oh, there we go. He's also confirming a national 747-400 descending in Mildenhall from Ramstein. Typically not much luck to go today yet. Indeed, we did hear that it was coming in at 5 o'clock, but that might have been oh well, it is what it is. No, tell you what, we are having luck because we're here with the with our wonderful audience, and we're just having an afternoon watching planes here at London Heathrow. It doesn't always work out. To be honest with you, I think that was more or less the first time we've had a no-show. I mean, don't get me wrong, we did have some decent stuff. Okay. Oh, okay. Private 320. Okay, the Sky Prime 350, 320. Sorry, is. Have I missed the Austrian Neo? Have I missed the Austrian Neo? I know, man, I know. It's almost impossible. Oh, okay, she's intersecting, is she? Intersect! Tina Benfield giving a shout out and a warm welcome to all members. Let's, okay. From my what position, Julie? Because I'm trying to see. Okay, all right. Heading north, yeah. Heading north at 12,000 feet. That's not it, is it? That's not it, is it? Sorry, folks. That's not it, is it? No, that's a private jet. That's just a private jet, isn't it? Okay, well, I'm not seeing anything heading north at my 3 o'clock. Oh, blooming heck, look what I just missed, man. Look what I just missed. No, I missed BEA, man. I mean, we got it, but... Is that the Austrian there, is it? Is that the Austrian there? Sorry, mate. That's BA. Okay, okay. So... Egypt Air about to go still. Let's just have a look and see if it's on. No, that's BA. Yeah, she is. She hasn't gone out yet. I think she's actually out next. Up and away! Yeah. Crazy amount of power. Optional power, that is. Question is, with its carbon blade, is it more of an advanced aircraft engine than the Rolls-Royce equivalent? You know, the argument is for and against carbon, isn't it? Is that going to knock a great big hole in that cloud? I think it is. Look, here's the love heart. Yeah. Sending the love. Oh, hold on a minute. Austrian. God's sake, don't miss it. Just stop everything you're doing, Jerry, and look at over there. Just keep your eye over there. Let me just see if she's still on the runway. No, she's rolling now. She's rolling now. Come on, girl. Okay, stand by. Stand by, stand by. Here she comes, here she comes. I think she's going to go up in the gap as it happens. Mind the gap. Are they still operating their 777s with those Beautiful blue engine cowls. Remember those at Chicago. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Tom 81 747 just west of Ipswich. Thank you, Tom 81. Christian Taco BEA is such a pretty little thing. Ah. AMS was Middlesat. Jerry, I read yesterday that Delta is the final stages to place an order for around 21 A350-1000s. Wow. Thank you. I know they're a big so that's additional to their current fleet of A350 and 330neo as well, that with Delta. Holly, shame we missed that. What did we miss, Holly? It's your New York bound JetBlue. That's great, Dylan. Good work. Hard work and perseverance always gets the results, as far as I'm concerned. Got to try that, haven't we? We've got to try that, haven't we? That service. I'm pretty sure we've got to do that, haven't we? ETA parking at Terminal 4, Martin Saxton saying, yeah, that's the, I think that's where they originally were, is it not? I believe. William Eustace is a new member. Welcome, William. Very good to see you here. Thank you for your support. John Russell and Dane Grayson. No 346 we're hearing. We were not given bad information per se, but they apparently they've got both a 320 and an A346 in service at the moment, and we are. They've obviously put the 320 on this route, so I'd imagine it's a personnel carrying operational charter, I believe. That's what it is. So where they will disembark the passengers, where they will disembark, I'm I'm not altogether sure, because obviously it might be at the private terminal. Seeing as it's a private charter, I'd imagine that it will probably be at the private terminal. Quite a bumpy ride out. Oh, bit of a funky shot there. Ace. Oh, nice. There's a bit. There's a bit. Imagine that a 350 would want to show its lines and its capabilities by way of floofage. After all, it does wear frilly clothing. Who is? Oh, the new 330 Neo. Space Oddity. Okay, not. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's another funky shot, man. Yes, Space Oddity. La, la, la. Didn't know what time it was at night. So low, oh, oh. Kick back with the TV dance. So, oh, oh. Oh, some cat. Let me hear you say, anyway, United Airlines just going out 767. Nothing from AVIATION, but sorry about that. Just looking for a jumbo. There's a star man waiting in the sky. Yeah, that's a great name for an airplane, isn't it? Space Oddity. I did send Gareth a message to say hopefully the nose art has got a the woman flying has got, or the man flying the flag's got a space suit on. Oh, is he? Oh. 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 He wasn't. Oh, no. Really? Oh, that's not a lot. Oh, they could have done something special for it, man. Mark Duffy, is it me or is the Dreamliner rear end lower than the front? I don't think so. I think you'll find it's pretty level. Bruce McDonald's just seen the 747 over his house. Let the children boogie, let the children boogie, let all the children boogie. Na 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 na. J-Boy Kaz just saw the 320 from Stansted. That's fantastic, J-Boy. When you say the just the 320 as in the private, the Sky Prime 320. Thank you, J-Boy Kaz. Have we got it on radar, Jilly? Is it on radar? Is it findable? Is it trackable? Yeah. Oh, blimey. Yeah, that's that one. Okay, so this is it, folks. This is the Sky Prime 320 private charter. I'm betting that she's going to hit. You can just about see the tail of the Qatar jet over there at Terminal 4. I think that Malaysian jet, China Eastern jet is just passing the private terminal. In fact, you can just about see the private terminal. It looks like a strangely like a anyway, it is in that area over there. I think that Husky Dog 747 heading for Reading. Okay, thank you, Holly. Very much looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, I don't know, no idea what this aircraft looks like in terms of its livery or anything, whether it does have a livery or oh okay. Oh, this is BA, is it? Oh, okay. Right, okay. You said it was just touching down and that was the one that just touched down, okay. Okay. I've got broken cloud over the top, so don't expect miracles with the 747. There's a star. Yeah, is it really? Okay, so if it is that, and it's right over the top of me, you say it's right over the top of me, yeah? Oh, blimey, okay. So it's in front of me then, it's not behind me. Waiting in the sky. Oh yeah, that's going to be a difficult one to spot. That's going to be through the cloud break. That is, and I don't think I'm going to get it. Yeah, I've got the 320. Lucy Roberts. I don't think I'm going into Eurovision Song Contest. I think I'll be booted out before I even. Thank you, Sandy. Superfly Steve giving us the meta. I guess that's the weather, is that right? Oh, hello. Okay, very nice. Fair enough. Seen jets similar to this, haven't we? That's definitely a private charter, isn't it? That's definitely going to the... Ah, such a shame they didn't bring the 346 in. Maybe we'll get hold of them, Gilly, and see if we can do something with their 346. Oh, it's a Saudi Arabian charter group, is it? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. Yeah, it's kind of got a bit of Amiri type colours and stuff to it, hasn't it? Cool, the kitchen vent is right close to me, man, and it's just pumping out all these different smells. Oh, smells lovely. Just getting taxi instructions, so he's obviously not familiar with the layout for Heathrow, so he could go left, he could go right. I think he's probably going to be taken out up the top, isn't he? He's got a couple of options. Privilege style. Yeah, straight blue and blue stripe, isn't it? Blue pinstripe. 3 blue pinstripes for privilege. This is far from privilege air. Yeah. CFM 56 engine. Especially if it's Iranian. Did you say from Iran? Oh, Saudi. Oh, well, even so, I think a lot of their jets are blocked from radar. Yeah, yeah. That's why we couldn't find it, folks. Superfly, Steve. Bet it's lovely inside that jet. Yes. Walnut City. Easy, son. Here we go, here we go. Drop it. Nice. Nice. Turn left. Another 350 on approach. Oh, Chris Jackson, that Saudi 320 was on ADSB, apparently, Jilly. In from Phoenix. Well, that's not unfindable then, is it? I was telling everybody you can't find it, it's unfindable, you can't see it, it's completely invisible. No, the 320, he said he's just found the 320. Right, okay. Oh, easy. Captain Dave's new ship. Not Captain Dave flying it. Hey, you never know. But this is, he was. Remember when Captain Dave was flying the 380? I think it was just before the pandemic, actually, that he kind of threw it out there and said to folks, "What would you prefer to fly, the 380 or the 350? I've got to make a decision." I'm not sure what the overall sort of tally was in terms of how many people percentage-wise, but I think it after it all came out of the wash, I think he opted for the 350. He just did. I think it was great to throw it out there, but it's obviously a typo, Jilly. Nice. Nice. Yeah, sorry we didn't get that second 747, folks. Skimming the bottom of that cloud, look. Gone. Stop. Alan Robbins. I think that might be the Reg Harold was just given out for the 320. Blix 350 is so beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful ship, man. It's a beautiful airliner. Smart from all angles. As is the Dreamliner, folks. You know, as is the 777. I love all aircraft, each for their own merit. This is Kenya Airways, in from Nairobi, no doubt. Oh yeah, beautifully planted there, man. That's what you call greasing a landing. Wow. Yeah. See the flapper on in the middle there being used also as a ground spoiler. Wow, he's gone up very quick. Wow, look at that go, man. See, it's quite a bumpy ride going up, man. Nice. Gonna get some floofage here. Go on the wingtips. Soon as she makes a turn, which will probably be left, here we go. You should start to see the production of wingtip vortex. Mind you, it's not a very tight turn, so I think she's sort of staying under the radar as that's concerned. Great shame. Never mind. There'll be more, there'll be more. Nigel Armstrong, Boeing 747-400, 6,000 feet, circling around Duxford. Oh yeah, that's the one going into Mildenhall. Leroy, Emirates 380, 7 minutes out, thank you. Russell, wish me luck. I'm on a 15-hour Emirates flight tomorrow. Wow. What, non-stop? Blooming heck. That's insane, isn't it? Where's he going to and the from? Copy, GP. Biman, Bangladesh. Big, smoky touchdown. Compared to that Kenya Airways flight. Very aggressive. Wow, she's a dirty aeroplane. Oh, no, she's not that bad. Steve ride in the afternoon. Which aircraft? What, the 346? Which one? Which? Oh. Yeah, but that's the community just talking GP, and it's just about what's happening elsewhere and, you know, other aircraft movements and all that kind of thing. No, we don't have. We obviously don't do that, but you know, yeah. If it's something on flight radar or something. Wow, look at that wing flexing, man. Look at that. Oh, easy, son. Now this will. One that's no, it's not. It's the national. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Come on, let's have some ribbons. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. Only little licky-bicky ones, but it's good enough, isn't it? Oh man, listen to those engines rumbling. I think she's running Pratt & Whitney, isn't she? Or CF6s. They look like Pratts. Last little look at you. Oh, look at that profile, man. It's the best profile you can use for a advertising campaign, really, isn't it? If you're doing an advertising campaign for an airline, that bank shot with the wing flex is just absolutely beautiful. Adam Ross, Jerry, I have to say again, I'm hooked on aviation now. Love flying. There we go, Adam. That's fantastic to see. Paul Skilling, Rohat Parkal. I'm coming to London Heathrow on Air India from Mumbai in late November. Well, keep us posted on that, Rohit. Email us at contact@bigjet.tv, and who knows, we may be around and be able to catch you. Obviously, our schedules are changing literally on a daily basis, so just be aware of that. But we will obviously do our best if we're able to. But just let us know. contact@bigjet.tv is where you need to contact us on that one. Russ E.T. Giving us incoming Virgin 787 in from LA. I think that one just now. Croatia Air Star livery. 319 from Zagreb. Air France 321 from Paris. 320 BA in from Nice, and BA 321 in from Amsterdam, and BA 320 from Gibraltar. So it's a string of tiddlers. Pomme de frite. Hodgie saying, ETA 320, born in 2021 livery, inbound 5:42. Okay, thank you. Super Bob, AVIATION, a 747 may go over Heathrow, JFK to Brussels. Okay. Well, we have got a broken element of cloud right now, so if there's an opportunity, we'll obviously grab it. Anything to see a jumbo. Bless you. So very good. Oh, okay. Yeah. On my radio. Oh. Don't know if that is. It definitely looks like a. It definitely looks like a. I'm pretty sure that is. No, that's not. They're Trent 700s, aren't they? Yeah, they're Trent 700s. I'm pretty sure they're Trent 700s. That may be an aircraft being readied to return to the lease company. Wow, EDC Metal Man. What's that? Qatar Airways ready to take off to Doha. A380 861. Okay. Ready, as in taxied and ready and lined up, or let's just have a little look. Thank you for that information. Oh yeah, she is. She's second to go. After BA 787 to Seattle, Washington. Qatar 380 ready to go. Thank you, EDC. Oliver F. Okay, Ginny, is it on the description still about the 340? Maybe you should take it off. No. Oh, okay. So there's no reference to the 340 at all on here, no. Okay. Oliver, we were hoping that Sky Prime were going to bring their 346 into Heathrow on the private charter, but they have actually put the A320 on that block today. So unfortunately, we're not going to see it. Maybe another time. Highly unlikely, I would have thought, but anyway, it is what it is. At the moment, no 346 today. This could go up quick. Wow. There she goes, lifting off front wheel already, man. Wow. So this will make a very mild turn to the right, and then that's it, really. Well, normally that would be the case, but probably today she'll do a big right-hand bank or something like that, which would be rather nice. Wow, look at that. Wow, yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. Come on, mate. That second layer. Following it. I want to see it disappear. And there she goes. She don't want to go, does she? I think she's done. It's quite interesting. Normally it's quite a big, quite a wow. I wonder if Virgin had thoughts on getting the 787-10. And if so, why not? Or had they plans? Did they have plans? Did they shelve them? Did they sign an LOI? A 737 landing. Here we go. Looks like is this an old SAS? Old liveried SAS? No, completely wrong. It's a Max, and it is Royal Air Maroc, the Ram. How much faster they come in, folks, or appear to anyway. I believe it's about another 10 knots faster approach speed, which is quite a lot. the max. Sean Boat Videos talking about the ex-Thai 747 freighter. Ah, you know what? Or P2F jet, or converted freighter, converted 747 with ROM cargo. I saw a post on LinkedIn about that the other day. Yeah, she's been punted from pillar to post, hasn't she, that jet? Obviously, still got a lot of mileage left on her to be a converted 747-400. Diesel 1.3, very atmospheric. Like that. Okay, here we go then. Emirates 380. Let's see how smooth this pilot performs their touchdown. Elegantly, I would say. Inboard reverses. Action! Bob, Jerry, Virgin thought the 350 would be better. Okay, so they were given the option of either the 350-1000 or 787-10, and well, the statistics or the numbers spoke for themselves. I can't think that there would be a lot of difference between the 350 and the Boeing and the Airbus 350-1000 versus the 7810. It must be a cost thing. Maybe the maintenance costs were a bit higher with Boeing. I don't know. Maybe Boeing could not guarantee delivery of the 787-10. Let's face it, Virgin have had those a few years now, so it maybe would have meant having to wait a lot longer and keeping older aircraft on the books. When Airbus, I know that Virgin Atlantic purchased, have gotten hold of one of the old AIB jets. I think it might have been the carbon. Was it the carbon one, Gilly? I can't remember. The 350-1000. The 350-1000 with Virgin Atlantic. That it was one of the ex-family flights, wasn't it? I think it was the ex-carbon jet, wasn't it? Oh, it was the blue one, right? Okay, yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So it's a bit like when you go and buy a second-hand car from the sales team, and you buy one of the ex-demonstrators. That's literally what Virgin Atlantic did, and were obviously offered a great package for that aircraft by Airbus. I mean, you're talking about millions and millions of pounds cheaper, I would have thought. Mirrors, Finnair 350 inbound. Thank you, Mirrors. Dry brakes. Maybe a bit of moisture on the discs, who knows. I think this might be the Finnair 350, isn't it? Why is Airbus continuing the 330 when 350 is now in full swing? Jason Gamble, well, they're just offering the 330 as another option. Oh, this is Turkish, is it? 330, 900 has a seating capacity around about 260 to 300, whereas the 350 900 has a 300 plus capacity, depending on the cabin option configuration. But yeah, 330 is they're carrying on with it because it's a great conversion from the CEO to the NEO, and because of all the technology that they've learnt from building the wing as well. Well, not so much them, but their wing building team. They've managed to produce an aircraft which is far more efficient than the older model, and therefore a bit like the Neo A320 and 321. Kinda makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, the 330 Neos are replacing the 330 CEO fleet in Virgin Atlantic. That's nothing, I don't think, to do with the 787s. And of course, don't forget that the aircraft that Virgin acquire are all leased from a lease company, so they're not purchasing them, which is a very rare thing for operators to do these days, is to actually purchase these things for cash, or put them on the books. They normally lease them for a specific amount of time, and included in that, much like your car, is a maintenance program. So it's pretty much like the same as acquiring a vehicle. It's the Saudi Arabian Grandma's quilted sheet livery, quilted blanket. I'm sure it's representing something far more exotic than that, but James the drummer, this has made my day watching this. Oh, James, that's fantastic. What a wonderful thing to hear. Thank you very much indeed. Asiana 747 just went over my house in Staffordshire. Rockstar Pool 69. Couldn't get a photo because the sun was blinding me. She's changed course again and is now heading for LHR again. Bev Charles, know all my codes, etc., just not makes and models. Bev, this time next year, you'll be spouting them out, which is great. It's great because you know, when you see these aircraft from a distance, obviously some of them are easier to identify than others. This looks like a Neo by its winglets, but it's actually, I think, one of those hybrid jets that sort of like was purchased or acquired just before the Easy Son, just before the Neo came out, because that looks like that's got the newer shark clicks, or she just doesn't have. She's got the IAE engine, so this might be one of the last batch of A320s. I don't know. I'm probably completely wrong, but of course, you know, there are the older variants that have just the old style fence style winglet, much like the A380, which is a very dated style of winglet. In fact, one of the first adopted styles of winglet, I believe, on aeroplanes, or at least introduced to the civil market, commercial market. Yes, lots of new names in chat. Yeah, it is. It is fantastic to see so many people getting involved in the chat. It is a wonderful thing. That's what we want to see, folks, because we love to hear from you. Get involved, whatever you want to chat about, want to talk about a specific aviation subject, you know, be it engineering, technical, asking questions as well, of course, identifying. So this is the Neo variant, which you can see quite clearly is purely just the engines, compared to that last one that touched down. What's that, over the top, GP? Oh, really? Oh. Okay, well, we need the skies to clear. Tail fins? Well, the tail fin on an aircraft is dictated by the design of the aircraft. Interestingly enough, the A318 that we saw with Tarom, I think it is the only A318 that comes into London Heathrow, has a taller tail than all of its other siblings, you know, the 320, 321, 319. Because she is so short, it's like a little boat needing a big rudder, a big stabilizer underneath it to keep it stabilized in the water. That's why the 318 has such a big tail on it. And all these aircraft are more or less the same in terms of tail height. The Super Twins, anyway, 777s, 330s, 787s, all that kind of stuff. In terms of the tail height, it's all more or less the same, but it is all dictated by the design of the aircraft, is it not? Which also dictates the length of the wing. You can put a big wing on it. Of course, the aerodynamicists in aviation are always striving for perfection in terms of aerodynamic efficiency. And of course, the wing is the most important part of that, which is why they've introduced these. You know, that's why wingtip technology is such a cool subject. This one particularly doesn't have any bleeding wingtips. That's a chop wing, 777-200 4-door. So for 777, you see there, she's got 4 doors. That indicates that is a 200. 5 doors on the 300. What's that, GP? Oh, is it? Oh my good God, right. Oh yeah. Oh my God, no. Well, I wouldn't mind if someone was carrying the equipment for me. I'd be happy to do that. Signal. Yeah. I lean back. Oh man. Oh, I just missed a fin out touching down. Oh, busy looking everywhere. And just so, should I look right? What's this? Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. So, latest news, latest news or rumours from the court case between Qatar and Airbus. I thought it had all been done and dusted, but apparently the court has rumoured to have ruled in favour of Airbus and given Airbus a limited time to fix the issues, bless you, that Qatar have brought up. So in other words, that's all that Qatar asked them to do in the first place. Fix it and we're happy. Airbus, from what I heard, refused to do so, FOC. In other words, not honouring any type of warranty, which I found quite surprising, really. I mean, obviously, you know, were those? What is the warranty on a 350? Is it mileage or age or years? A bit like a car one, I'm guessing it is. In some ways like that, but you know, these days when you've got new materials like this carbon material, even though these aircraft have been tried and tested now for quite some time, quite a number of years. Obviously, you know, the only way is up. Sorry, the only way to test these things is by literally testing them in real time. And so, in my view, it is an issue that's bless you. It is an issue that's happened with Qatar, and I believe a couple more operators as well. It wasn't just Qatar, where the problem was, I believe, where the SATCOM's blister, that blister at the back there that you see, is bonded to the aircraft, because obviously it is a component that needs to be bonded and set into the aircraft. Obviously, there's that is removable by fixings, that top upper cover, but what's underneath it is obviously a recess where the SATCOM's unit, satellite communications unit, is sat into and fixed into, and that particular bond there where that is attached has caused Qatar issues, bless you, with their A350s. Not all of them, but some of them. And as a result of that, they were not happy. Obviously, asked Airbus to fix it. Airbus basically said, no, we won't. Not FOC anyway, free of charge. Because we won't honour a warranty. But I don't know what the warranty was or how long it had expired or whether there was one at all. I would just say that big customer like Qatar, man, you wouldn't just go, you know what, maybe somebody upset someone in the boardroom or something, I don't know. Hey, this is Iberia's A350. This is their 500th one, is it? Nice. No, it's not. No. Yeah. Issue. No. When I say issue. I won't do it anymore because people are confused, obviously. They think you're sneezing. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, we as a group, I think, deserve a like today, based on the fact that I was up at 4 o'clock this morning and on the road at 5 o'clock, all the way up to, well, not all the way. I mean, it's a 2-hour drive, but even so, it's still a bit of a slap. That's 4 hours on the road, isn't it? All the way up to Mildenhall. We did get some decent viewing. KC 135, C130 going out. Yeah, we got some good stuff, but not on the scale that apparently on Monday, one of the guys, when I was leaving there, this fella and his wife came up. He said, "Oh, it was like a bleeding air show here on Monday." I'm like, "Oh, thanks for that." Oh, that's just typical, isn't it? Hey, Butler? But I tell you what, the reason for that is because of the exercises. They've obviously all, have they all gone out, and are they based out there as well? I think they're stationing themselves out there. So it is what it is. You can't have it all, can you? Hey? Blimey O'Reilly! What, has he got polystyrene on him or something? Well, he's got super jets on the bottom of the plane. Blooming heck, man. I mean, that thing's just gone up. That literally was climbing from about that point there. That is insane. Titan 321 P2F passenger to freight conversion with Virgin Atlantic. Probably, I'd imagine, heading to Brussels, or they've got that new route, haven't they? God, what was it? Oh, blimey. Yeah, no. Sorry, I was saying. I hope this works. I hope this one works, GP, because let me hear you say down, down, dun, 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 dun. Oh, James the Drummer, you were saying, Jerry, yeah. I was saying, what? What happened? Oh, for God's sake. Andy Matthews, at 17 years old, walking across the tarmac with my mate at Birmingham Airport, the old airport, or airfield as it was, looking up at the Dan airplane, thinking, wow, I'm actually going aboard and I'm going to fly that plane. Wow, yeah, cool. Dan Air, eh? What would have that been? Scary copter, scary copter. Ooh. Especially in these bleeding winds, mate. You wouldn't catch me up there with that. Of course it's safe. I know, but you know, just a tiny little thing, innit? He told us not to blow it. Yeah, give us a like, folks. Come on. I think we deserve it today of all days, don't we? Two locations in one day, from Not from just down the road either, but yeah, a little bit of a mini, what do we call it? Live Aid. Admittedly, only 4 hours on the road, but hey, you know, come on. Malaysian 350. Hit that like button as soon as this thing hits the deck, folks. Come on, let's see it all go. Bang! Like that. Or is he going to grease it maybe like? Anyway, thank you to everybody who has given us a like. We really appreciate it. Don't feel obliged. Don't worry about it if you haven't. Miserable. Yeah, put thumbs down, who cares, not interested. You know you love it. You know you love it. Yeah, Lee, you need to refresh your stream. There's 1,600 likes. Thank you to each and every 1,600 people who have given us a like. Would you have to go out to click like or whatever? Oh, well, why are you saying that? Oh, okay, I don't. Oh, okay, all right. It was right there on the screen, innit? I do like that. I do like that livery. Airflow livery, we call it. Or I call it anyway. Much the same as the Aero Mexico livery. Airflow. Do like it? Pinstripes. Thank you, folks. One last piece of, well, not last piece, but the last really visible piece of London Heathrow is obviously that that tower has just got too much structural integrity, or it would interfere with something to knock it down, or they're planning to put something up there later on. Wouldn't that be great as a plane spotting platform for the rich and famous? No, I mean, surely there's access up there. I would imagine it's not. I thought that was a skull. I thought someone had. I thought Banksy had been up there and put a skull on it. Yes, Bender, innit? Oh dear. Thank you, EDC Metal Man. He's hit the like button. Thank you. Ludmilla. Thank you, folks. Nearly 2,000 likes. 2,000. We're not looking for numbers or anything, folks, but that is just amazing to give you a little bit of feedback, and thank you very much indeed. 3,700 people watching right now. Of course, I'm talking to my members here on chat. My wonderful, highly loved members, I have to say, because without them, the channel wouldn't be the way it is. I have to be honest with you. But it is great to see them and have them getting involved in the chat as well. And of course, to all you folks out there watching on Freeview, wherever you might be in the world, great to have you on board as well. Hope you're enjoying the show and enjoying this action from London Heathrow at just coming up 5 to 5 in the afternoon here on a Wednesday afternoon. Oh. Our LinkedIn tour. Oh, Rolls-Royce. Well, I'm not sure as he's part of that. Lee, I've got no. Sorry, my friend. I know I've got no idea. Rolls-Royce. The Rolls-Royce tour is something that is going to be very, very long in the tooth in terms of preparing for it. Ah, right, okay. Look at that. Supposed to remember every single message I ever get, please. Andrew Todd, thank you very much indeed. Great viewing, whatever you do. Pleasure to be here. Thank you, Andrew. Wesley Cooper, absolute legend. Well, I couldn't really come home, and and just do nothing. I had to bring you more aviation. Not what we were expecting, but I tell you what, it's a great alternative, isn't it? Rab, you must be shattered now. Well, to be honest with you, Rab, the whole thing is that whenever I'm doing this, it's something that I'm on a bit of a sort of like upper because I'm just so excited about doing what I'm doing. It's later when I get back to base that I sort of collapse on the couch and try and cook myself something to eat. Tom LX was supposed to be a military stream, yes indeed, and we did manage to get something in today, but unfortunately it wasn't quite the amount of stuff that we were expecting. Full and free check, just checking everything there. I think his flaps have been has he done an elevator and rudder check there? Flaps are extended. Yeah, the Rolls-Royce tour is going to take quite a lot of planning, folks. Just remember that, you know, they are inundated by media companies and videographers and people who want to come and do stuff, which for them is very, very simple when you're talking about just doing videography, where you can go in there, you can do your filming, and then when you come out, you can go and edit it, and then you can send it to them, then they can approve it and all that kind of stuff. What we're planning to do is something very unique, which at the moment is still a very sort of like it's not something that that big organisations, they're obviously very jittery about doing live, and understandably so, you know, because live is live. Even though we do explain to them we do have a 20-second delay on the feed as well. So if I was to say now, Jilly, stop the feed, it would be you wouldn't see that 767 banking out as I'm seeing now. We would stop the feed, and so if somebody dropped a big spanner or dropped a Trent 7000 on their foot, we would be able to cut the feed before it happens. So that's one of the main conditions of what we do, being able to guarantee that that we can cut the feed. In fact, we will probably have to do give them an example of that, Julie, won't we? That would be a good thing to do, wouldn't it? Yeah. We can actually, when we go down there and do a recce, yeah. It's very, very simple, but you just need to, yeah, just hit the button and that's it. You just need to convince, the thing is that you convince one person, but he has to then, or she has to then go off to another department and then convince that person. Now, if that person wasn't in the meeting with you and sort of gets it second hand from the other person, then it's then sometimes that's where delays can occur quite easily. Martin Smith, they'll have us all blindfolded. Nigel Armstrong, not sure how often they came to Heathrow, but Gatwick used to get a lot of Spantax Coronados. Yes, you can see their engine exhaust from miles away. Nigel Armstrong. Isn't that funny? Because we have a member on Big Jet TV who sent us a very small selection, only 3 images, digitalized from slides, we believe, and we're just waiting to hear. These are all images from London Heathrow from long time ago, back in the days of the Spantax of the Coronados and so on. I think Gatwick was Spantax Coronado. I'm not sure if they came into London Heathrow. I might be completely wrong. I think the Spantax Coronado was the one with the big balancers, those massive, great big canoes on the wings, which were actually for balance, I believe. Or they used them as fuel tanks, additional fuel tanks, I think, but they were also stabilisers, not balance. They was, well, stabiliser, balance, kind of same thing, isn't it? Oh yeah, a long time ago. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to link up with this guy, and if we're able to, we can put together a slideshow and we can all sit down together. Even the youngsters, you know, would appreciate it as well, to look at the aircraft of days gone by. One of the images he sent us was with a Coronado in the shot, but also behind it in the background at the old BA freight terminal were 707s in the, I think it was the Landor livery with freight doors, 707 freighters from back in time, in the time when obviously British Airways had a significant freight operation. I mean, don't get me wrong, they still do now. In fact, to be honest with you, the amount of freight that they could carry back in those days, they could probably carry in the belly of a 777. So it's probably still the same sort of like volume in terms of what they were carrying, but they don't have a dedicated freighter fleet, if you see what I mean. Sandy Humby had a 5-hour delay from Gatwick to Grenoble with TUI a few years back. Got a £20 a person voucher. Thanks. You know what? Don't worry about it. Give it to someone else, I'd say. You know. But there you go. What can you do? Martin Smith, we are just interested to see how the best engines in the world, past and present, are built. Yes, that is one of the things that we would do. We are proposing as well with Rolls-Royce is that we will do something with their Heritage Centre as well. Of course, don't forget the Rolls-Royce Merlin engine from that basically saved our skins in the air for sure, both on the Lancaster bomber, the Hurricane, Spitfire, P-51 Mustang, Halifax, of course. The Halifax used them. Wellingtons used the for a while before they switched the radials, but yeah. And then of course the jet engine era came about, and the rest is history, God bless you. Of course, they've got an RB211 there as well, which is a great thing to see. I think they've got one of the old was the Conway a Rolls-Royce engine? Let's just have a look there. Mike Boxall, Coronado 990s were almost as fast as the VC10. Wow. Yeah, the Rolls-Royce Conway. Oh, Rupert was saying the other day about the Conway being one of the first high bypass ratio turbofans. I was a little bit. I'm still. Is that definitely right? I thought the RB211 was the first high bypass. I think the Conway was. It wasn't. You couldn't fit a bleeding cigarette paper between the fan blades and the outer casing, could you? Or am I completely wrong? I don't know. Mind you, saying that, these engines here are bypass ratio. Maybe not high bypass ratio. I think that might be what I misheard or something. Maybe they were a bypass ratio turbofan. Oh, excuse me, hold on. Oh, blimey. Where'd that come from? Flipping heck. Oh. That's better. Say about that. Jill Perry's just Googled Coronado. What a beautiful aeroplane. Yeah, a bit like a DC, something between a DC-8 and a 707 in a funny sort of way, but very unique in her own way. Especially the one with the big stabilizers on the wing. Look for that one. I think it's Spantax that operated them. Les Donaldson, remember the Spantax Coronados at Glasgow? You could see them coming for miles. Margaret Burnett likes the idea of going back in time, way back in time, and seeing how things were back then. The Conways powered the Victor bomber, Rory Heap saying. Thank you, Rory. Swissair used Coronados too. Remember them at Zurich, Sundown saying, yes, I saw that as well. Thank you. Sandy Humby, remember the Air France Caravels at Terminal 2? Well, they've got a Caravel at the Air France, at the Airbus facility, haven't they? Did Caravelle have any link to Airbus? Did they use some of their easy for you to say? Did the designers? Well, it was a joint collaboration, wasn't it? With Europe, it was a European collaboration, Airbus, wasn't it? So I'm guessing that the Caravelle was Aerospatiale, wasn't it? Very nice. Aerospatiale, eh? Thickness of a Rizzler paper varies, mirror. Yeah, that wasn't a real nose blow, folks, by the way. just to make sure you realise I haven't got a massive conk. You gotta laugh, haven't you, eh? Tony McCall is a 346 coming yet, bless. No, Tony, not coming in today, my friend. It was replaced by an A320 CEO with the same company, I'm afraid. Good looking Neo there, isn't it, eh? Those big engines, man. Might get a nice little start up there. Mind you, I think it's already started up. Here we go. Hear it? Sud Aviation, Terry G, there we go. Sud Aviation, that's it. Chirping Bird, first time I ever flew was on a plane when the plane was 50 years old, Chirping Bird, or you were? Went to Guernsey on a prop plane, no idea what though. Okay, yeah, that could have been a Trilander, it could have been an Islander, oh, could have been, depends on what era it was, Chirping Bird. Oh, the Conway was a bypass engine, accosting the Science Museum Group, according to the Science Museum Group, Carl Hannon saying. So it was a bypass, not high bypass. It was a bypass. Okay. In other words, it didn't use all of the air that was ingested into the engine. Thank you, and sorry for even doubting you, Rupert, aka Fast as Funk. Great to meet Mr. and Mrs. Funk at the weekend, by the way. Yeah, sorry about the nose blow for people who may have been put off by it. Rachel Lofthouse, good evening to you, Rachel. Oh, okay, Sud Est, hence SE210 Caravelle, Les Donaldson, thank you. Roy Redgate, when mentioning Conway RB211, we're talking about engines here, folks, by the way. Good point, that, Roy, thank you. Yes, I do try to, but I sort of like do tend to jump literally from one subject to another and back to the other one. Maybe I never could return to it. And I have to get reminded. You were saying about an hour ago, Jerry, about that wing. Was I? Oh, okay. Paul Lutas, been in Bracknell most of the week. My colleagues think I'm mad because I'm watching the planes going across all the time. Ah, but they're the ones who are missing out, Paul. Hey. They're the ones who are missing out. Les Donaldson, BOEC 707s had Conway engines. Indeed they did. As well as the VC10s, I believe. I think think the Conways superseded. Did the Conways supersede the JT3Ds, or because I know they were on the DC8s, or were the Conways around about the same era? Oh, distinctive. I think that is a Pratt & Whitney engine. Penfold Gaming Channel. First plane I was on was a BA ATP 100 from Stornoway to Inverness. Big American triple about to push back after this Iberia 320 Neo has turned his right, our left, I think. See now, that makes me think that that is actually a that is not a Pratt & Whitney engine. I think that might be a LEAP engine. Someone let me know. Very difficult to distinguish between the two. Mind that. Why, you little. Tony first flew on an Andover. Flipping heck, now we're talking. I love the fact that we got people from years gone by, much like myself, who understand and remember those old aeroplanes with wicker seats and analog instruments, if you're lucky. Not a bit of glass anywhere, mate. Wicker seats. Of course, I am joking, of course, you know. Had cushions. With my reputation. Of course, I was very, very drunk. Come on, give us some winglet vortex, man. There she goes. There she goes. That triple all the way back into the stand there, so that they can keep the area clear, which means we're going to get a big a startup. But I think she's sporting the PW 4000s possibly. They run the GEs on the American. I know American use Rolls-Royce Trent 8s on their 200s, but they also use the Pratt & Whitney PW 4000. But I'm not sure if that is on the 777-3. Is it? Let me know, please, folks. Sue, Dan Air Comet to Venice. Wow, some classic old jets there, man. Cessna 152 pleasure flight from Big and Ill for me. Hamo 19. There we go. Donaldson International 707 for Les Donaldson. Wow. First plane for Sandy Humby was a Dan Air 111. My first was a Bristol Britannia with British Eagle with my old man. Pterodactyl Airlines. You get a true idea of scale now. Look at that guy up against that engine, man. Look at the size of that engine, mate. Insane. Oh, he's got a big happy face, and he look, that 777, he's happy to be going flying. Oh, just missed that Saudi triple touching down. Sorry, folks. Wanted to get a good shot of this. Yeah, he's happy, all right. Do 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 do. Airport. Flipping it, it's getting cold, man. It's getting cold up here now. I think we're gonna have to call it a day soon, folks. I need to get back and eat something. I haven't flipping eaten anything all day, apart from a. Well, I haven't, have I? I mean, no, but I didn't stop on the way back because I wanted to get back so that we didn't miss anything. Yeah. No, I've got something half decent in the fridge, I think. Britannia 757 first aircraft, Eve Hosgood. Second was a Spanair MD-82. Well, Spanair MD-82 you call it there, Eve, but it was actually a Spanair DC-9, I think, back in those days, wasn't it? Wouldn't that been a Spanair DC-9? Spanair? The DC-9 was... Here we go. There's a 757 for sale. Terry Slater, Dan Air, coming to Benidorm in the 70s. Yeah. TWA Boeing 747, Kevin Milsom, 747-100, you lucky man. Wow. Year 2000 Virgin 747 to Orlando for Martin Smith. Nico, Britannia were awesome. I love the Privilege aircraft too, as they have a similar livery to Britannia. They do indeed. Oh, Angela Corkery, yes. Yes, Kevin. Oh. Okay, yeah, listen out for Kevin. What's the name of the podcast, Julie? So it wasn't MD-82 then. Oh, okay. Eve Hosgood, 1997. Yeah, it would have been an MD by then. But still very much the same. Sorry, Eve. Yeah. I'm talking about back in the 70s or 80s when the before Boeing got hold of McDonnell Douglas. And we will put out a post, folks. I think, is that the best thing to do? Yeah, it's Kevin from Los Angeles, from is it from Airline Videos, live streamer out in LAX. I think quite a few of you guys watch him. And apologies in advance when you hear me say I don't watch any other streamers. I just don't. I don't have time, folks. When I get home, I'm bushed, and I just don't have time to watch other streamers. We kind of do our own thing and like to just keep ourselves to ourselves. And I, of course, wish the best to anybody out there who does any form of streaming or any type of business, who works hard at it and puts the hours in. That's what you need to do. But yes, you will hear me say that on there. Oh, nice. So we'll put out a notification on the app. So download the app, folks, if you haven't already done so. and we'll let you know via the app that what time it's going to be on. If we can, of course. And if you're wondering what that is, it's an interview that we did, or a podcast, should I say, not an interview. Right, let's see. Where's your CV? Where's your CV? Oh, it was a podcast that we did with Kevin from Airline Videos, and lovely fella, genuine bloke, you know, just does what he does, a bit like old Tony in America, and you know, old there are lots of them out there, folks. You can obviously switch between them, do what you like, and get involved with the whole shebang. It's entirely up to you. Great to see so many new youngsters popping up doing their little streaming channels as well, which is wonderful to see. Who knows where they might be in 10 years time or whatever. But always happy to support a grafter, somebody who puts the hours in, does their own thing, generally tends to have a creative mind of their own, rather than you know, following others around and not having much of a creative mind, but you know. Anyway, Anthony Teal said it would be out sometime this week. Well, we did it Wednesday, didn't we, Julie? Nicholas Gray, that's American 135 to LAX. Correct location of camera, Joseph Kungerman. We are on the Hyatt Place roof here. Joseph. Eve Hosgood remembers boarding the MD-82 from the back. And they call that now the, what was it? The fellow who jumped out of the plane. Always forget his name. Oh, that's right, the Cooper steps or whatever, the DB Cooper steps or whatever it is, because that's where he jumped out of, wasn't it? Holes off to holiday on Britannia 737, 757s, Orion 737-200s, Rusty T. Wow. My first flight, Rick. My first flight was on a United 727, returning on United DC-8 Chicago to Las Vegas. Wow, Rick, wow, what fun times they were, man. Rohit Parkal thinks, Kevin thinks very highly of us. Thank you. Kevin, apparently, he knows Kevin personally. That is wonderful. Yeah, it's great to hear. I mean, we do get feedback from time to time about people saying, but I mean, and we really appreciate that, folks. And it might seem a little bit, you know, a little bit shallow of me not tuning into other channels, but I just don't have the time, folks. I wouldn't. Yeah, need downtime, man, in the amount of work that we put in. So you know, and look, he doesn't come on ours, which is fine. It doesn't matter, you know. It's absolutely fine, just so long as the respect is there. That's what it's all down to, isn't it, at the end of the day? And that's why we obviously support him and other streamers around the world who are good, honest people who just do their own thing and get on with their own stuff. Has Tony been on in Miami recently? I can't think that I've. Yeah. You see, you just don't know. CDN Shark, DB Cooper, thank you. Is the Antonov still grounded? As I'm sure there was one at EMA last week, Michael Barber. The Antonov the AN-124, I believe that all 125, all two 124s, and maybe IL-76s, and in fact any Russian aircraft. In fact, my nephew Sam chartered the AN-124 a couple of days ago, which was a fantastic charter. Couldn't say what it was for, but hey, we've seen that a few times, haven't we? No. AN12, that was it. Not the 124, my apologies, it was the AN12. And ironically enough, we talk about props. Here comes one now, a Dash 8 with Flybe, I'd imagine. Okay, we're starting to... What's the TRT, GP? Okay, there we go, 3 hours. That's good. Right, folks. What, inbound? What, inbound? Okay, I don't know. You need to tell me. Tony McCall, the Ukrainian 124s are running generally without their transponder running these days, so very hard to track. There we go. I spotted 2 124s last week, one heading back from the US and the other heading out. Suspect weapon pickup Hamo 19 saying. Interesting that speculated last week that apparently it might have been an inside job with the Maria being destroyed. I found it quite interesting that, to be honest with you, looking at the images of the Maria when she was in the hangar, that the if it had been a missile attack, it would have blown the bleeding thing apart. Not only that, but it also would have blown the roof off of the hangar completely from the shock. Most definitely, it's not a very strong looking structure, to be honest with you. From what I could see, it was possible that incendiaries of some sort were put in certain sections of the aircraft to completely disable it. It didn't look like an explosion to me, but anyway, I might be completely wrong. Thank you very much, Lawrence. A wonderful kangaroo, Nikki Hurl, let's say. Korean 777 turning on to finals. Right, let's get this Korean 777 and then I'm going to head off, folks, if that's all right with you. Tim Rotunda, the managers were told to move the Maria, but they failed to do so. She had maintenance, yeah, but she could have been moved to somewhere else, couldn't she? Up the other end of the airfield and put under, chop a load of trees down. Yeah, it is being investigated, so we don't know. CDN shot, first flight was Air Canada L1011 TriStar, wow. Elaine Wright, Cavok Air AN12 took off from Liverpool today going to Zaragoza. Yeah, I can't remember where Sam looked like sabotage. Martin Smith saying there's currently an AN12 just about to cross the French-Spanish border. Mike James saying. Wow. James the drummer, thank you very much indeed. How long ago to the day, Gilly, or is it coming up? Or 5 years ago this week, we caught United's very last 747 service to leave London Heathrow. Wow. It's just incredible to think that that was 5 years ago, man. And I tracked her as long as I could track her until she literally went out of sight. James the drummer just downloaded the app. Fantastic. Well, you'll get the notifications. James, thank you. She did, yes. Well, they put on a special do for her here as well, but we didn't see it because it was out of shot, unfortunately. It was the wrong side of the terminal for us to see it, but we got the departure. Funky shot. So slowly but surely, 16 A330 Neos on order with Virgin Atlantic. That's a lot, isn't it? 16. 3 going to be delivered this year. We obviously had one already last week. Next one is going to be Space Oddity, which is GV Tom, I believe. Wow. This time last year we were in Toronto, were we? Wow. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Christian Daniel Pop, good evening to you. Wishing you all a lovely evening from Prague. A very good evening to you, Christian. Thank you. Thank you, Stuart Watson. Angela Corkery. Yeah, thinking this time last year we were in Toronto. TCC is the current 339 currently in the hangar. From what we can see at TCC, don't think she is. I think she's I'm not sure where she's parked, to be honest with you. Ah, you know what? That might be her there. That might be her there. I think it is, because look how big the Virgin livery is on the side compared to the old 330. Yeah, I think that might be her. I think that might be her, folks. Okay, here we go, folks. This is it. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. That isn't good. Yeah, there it is. There you go. How about that then? Listen, folks, thank you once again. Really appreciate it. Been a bit of a funny day, but like I said earlier, we did get some good stuff at Mildenhall. We got a little bit of a fill of military, KC-135, C-130. I know I've said it about 15 times, just trying to justify it. But yes, and of course this at London Heathrow. Don't forget, folks, look these guys up at the Hyatt Place right here at London Heathrow for views across the runway just like this from the 5th floor. And if you book with through BigJet TV using the is it a discount code? Is it what do they do? I can't remember, Julie. Always forget. For the Hyatt, for booking the Hyatt. Oh, it's under your perks in your membership, blah blah, with your thingamajig. The discount code and package code is there for you to ponder and have a look at if you're considering coming here to the Hyatt Place. I know that these folks are looking to get people in here, so you might be able to even get a better rate if you're coming with a couple of other people or whatever. But if you do come specifically on the BigJet TV special deal, then make sure that you do it on a Thursday, a Friday or a Saturday, because those are the days that you're able to access the Blue Sky Suite. Bear in mind also that if you do it on another day, if there's nobody up here, then they may well let you in then as well. But I think that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. We will be back at the weekend, of course, as we always are. We'll never let you down. Thank you to everybody who's supporting the channel, and of course to all the new members. A very warm welcome to you folks as well. Been great to see you, and it's great to also hear, as we mentioned earlier on, that there are a lot of people who've been gifted membership who are going to continue on their membership, which is great. Also great to hear. Thank you for all the emails and the letters of support. Don't forget your free stickers. If you want a free sticker, just go to the app, slide down and go to free sticker. That will give you details on how to claim your free sticker from me. And the latest batch have gone out, by the way, folks. And once again, a big happy birthday to Brenda, who was 90, I believe, yesterday or whenever it was. Happy birthday, Brenda. And happy birthday to anybody else whose birthday it was, whenever it was. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, folks. Cheers. Toodaloo. Okay. Oh, it's great, isn't it? It's great. Give them a little bit of time, Jilly, just to... say cheerio, cheerio to each other, cheerio there. Oh, hold on a minute. Are you still on? Are you still on? Yeah. ITA. That's the new operator born in 2021, that is. Yeah, yeah. So they've taken one of their old Alitalia jets, painted it white, and then slapped that on the side of it. Yeah. And now all of their other aircraft are in the ITA livery, which is that amazing metallic blue, I'm guessing you would say. Okay. Thanks, folks. Look after yourselves. We'll see you soon. Be good wherever you are. Be safe. Be happy. Think positive thoughts. And we will see you on the next edition of Big Jet TV. Okay, G, you can cut.